Okay.
Hello, hello.
Jake!
What's up?
Hey, how are
How
you?
are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. That was a nice welcoming.
It just
great.
scared my dog more. So.
I probably scare a lot of people when I yell, so I get it.
Yeah, thank you so much for wanting to do this interview. We're super excited for it today.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, my
Yes, thank
schedule has been so busy.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's been hectic going into festival season, but everything's good, So
Yeah. Well, first of all, we want to take this time to dedicate this interview to all of our amazing men and women who fight for our freedoms. So we want to take the time to send love to all of our veterans.
absolutely
Yeah.
agreed.
So what does it mean to you to support our vets?
It's funny because my pap is actually a vet, and it's something that we've always cherished as my whole family group. It means a lot to me, and I respect the hell out of people that are fighting for this country and whatnot. So yeah, it does hit a soft spot for me, and my gratitude goes out to them. So
That's awesome. Yeah, what do you
Yep.
think people need to be more aware of with veterans?
That's a good question. I'd have to say just understanding that not everyone's experiences are the same, and there's a lot more backstory to it than just a label of a vet. There's a long history to it, and there has to be a little bit more understanding for them.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, because they come back with PTSD and who knows what injuries too. It's seriously amazing what all they do.
Yep, agreed.
So thank you to all of our veterans who are watching this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. You guys are doing the battle for the big stage. So we want to know, who are your favorite artists that you are listening to right now coming from that?
That's a really good question, actually, because I was just putting together the updated bracket, and I was looking at it, I was like, wow, like for this bracket alone, it's like it showed in the first round because of how close the votes were. This is like the first bracket that's been like this close the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
So my personal favorites, I'm a huge fan of White Collar. Like, huge fan. Like, I just think Will and his whole gang are just like born rock stars.
Yes.
Like, to be 17 and to be able to do all of that and have that look, have that vibe, and that inspiration from other artists and whatnot. I just think it's so cool what he's doing, and I think it's bands like his that are gonna like rejuvenate rock in the sense of bringing the younger demographic in and making it cool, and I don't know, I'm just a big fan of them. The other band that I'm a big fan of would have to be well, there's two. I like Scarlett O'Hara. I did not know much about it until we played them, and I was like, wow, their production is incredible. Their music video, that's one thing. The music videos, not only Scarlett O'Hara but everybody else, the quality is insane. Like, to be an unsigned artist and to be able to, one, make music this good, and two, like, produce music videos that are this great, it's just mind-blowing to me. So Scarlett O'Hara is another favorite, and then the other one kind of stinks because they're gonna, maybe, I don't know what's gonna happen here, is Luke Shoemaker, right? The voice is just incredible. We didn't know much about Luke Shoemaker. We just saw him in the chat, like the name in the chat, a whole bunch. And now he's going up again. That band's going up against White Collar. So I'm like, kind of like oh boy, So we'll see what happens between the two. But yeah, those are my favorites. Of course, like Burn Like Stars, big fan of them. Yeah, those are the ones that stand out to me for this bracket, especially.
Okay.
Oh yeah, lots of amazing artists on there.
Oh yeah, all of them are great. All
So
of them
crazy
are great.
how they're unsigned.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. I know. But it's fun. I mean, and our main goal here, yeah, there's going to be one winner, but our main goal is just to highlight all these amazing bands and really just give them the notoriety that they deserve, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing that you guys have this platform to be able to do that, because before there wasn't a lot of love for unsigned artists. I mean,
Yeah.
in order for them to get their name out there, they had to do a lot of work or get on a label at least.
Yeah. And that's what's so great about this community is like, it's just every time you tune in, like you're finding new great bands that are just going on the playlist. You know, like me not coming from this genre and not really knowing anything about the music is like now I wouldn't know where to go to look for these bands, right? If I were to go look for new music, like I was talking to Bobby the other day, it's like he's been listening to the same Kiss songs, the same AC/DC songs, the same like all that for years. And it's like trying to find new music that like is hitting that spot. It's hard to do because there's no platform in order for that to be found. But now, like, that's what we're like, we just wanted to fill that void. And because all these bands are talented, they deserve the spotlight, you know. So why not make a platform and a quote unquote virtual stadium to create it, you know? So
yeah,
I absolutely love what you guys are doing.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
So inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What's been your favorite part about the show in general? Just
honestly, the music, right? I said this the other day on the podcast, like I never expected me to really enjoy, because I came from like I enjoy hip hop, I enjoy electronic. Like I never thought like I would enjoy this as much as I do. And to be able to find bands that I find myself listening to on my way home now, right?
Right.
And it's just like that in itself, like I'm just developing a new music taste, and you know, now to be able to go to these festivals and see this kind of music live, because I've never been to a festival. Like I've never been to one either. So like I went to EDC, which isn't like this type of festival, but then I went to Aftershock a couple years ago, but I was working, so I really didn't get to see any live performances or stuff like that. I've been to like Bobby's good friends with Ronnie, so we'd go to his shows. So that's when I first started seeing like live, like actual bands playing live, and I just thought like, wow, it is so powerful. But now to go to these festivals where like everyone's there to appreciate this music and see these bands perform live, I'm so stoked on it.
Right. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
And I can relate on the music thing, because like when I was younger, I listened to only like country music and oldies because of my parents. Never thought I'd get into like rap and rock and stuff, but Jenna, the Scream Queen here, she helped me get into rock and metal.
Very nice. So you're the Scream Queen. You like screaming.
Oh yes.
Who's your favorite artist that you found from here, from the show? Is there any that like stick out to you now?
Diamonds to Dust.
Really? Hey, they're advancing. They're going against Rivalry Gang.
I know. When I heard the Corpus Christi song, I'm like, holy shit! Those vocals are insane.
Yeah. What did you think of Kill the Imposter?
Like I liked.
Because that was heavy screaming. That was all screaming, right? Is that what it is? That classifies as screaming, right? Because it was all screaming. You know?
Yeah, but Diamonds to Dust, they have like such a range of screaming. Like he goes from doing like a higher pitched black metal type scream to guttural, like Mitch Lucker Suicide Silence type screams, which like I'm a huge fan of.
Well, that's awesome. Now you got a new band to listen to, you know? And who knows? They could make a run, you know?
Right.
They could be making a run.
Yeah. You also have a passion for filming. So what inspired your passion for it?
So basically that all started in high school. I went to a small private school. We didn't have like an AV department. We had like a morning thing where people would record stuff. So I helped out with that. And then my one English teacher, like he asked me if I wanted to do this AV stuff with them and like make the senior video and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. So he bought this iMac and then these cameras, and I just started messing around with it. And I was like, holy hell, this is fun, you know? And then from there, I did all the football games, did all the basketball games, like just filming stuff, making cool stuff. And then when college came around, I was like, what do I want to do? Like, I was so annoyed with like my parents on my back, like, what are you gonna do for college? Where are you gonna go? What do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. So then my mom's like, all right, we're just gonna go up to Slippery Rock University. We're not gonna schedule a visit. You're gonna skip school today. She woke me up. She's like, you're not going to school today. Let's go for a ride. I'm like, okay. So we went to Slippery Rock University. It's a PA state school north of Pittsburgh. And I fell in love with the campus. I was like, I could go here, but what do they have that I could do? And then I started going through their majors, and I saw one that was communication, emerging technology, and multimedia. And there was a minor in film and media studies. So I looked into it, and I saw the courses that you take. It's like videography, video editing, newscasting, photography, graphic design, like all this stuff that I already do and enjoy. I'm like, wait, I can do this for my degree, like, and just do stuff that I already like. And I was like, I'm going to do that. So then in college, I just started making more and more videos, started like loving it. I just loved being able to convey emotion and just like trigger feelings for people through video. And, you know, I liked being the guy behind the camera, like Bobby will always say, because like when we started this, I didn't want my camera on. Like I just wanted to like be like the tech guy behind the scenes, like just run it. I just liked being the guy in the shadows pretty much. And then on my graduation day of college, I got a call from HGTV, and they asked me as soon as it was crazy. As soon as I walked across the stage, I was standing outside after graduation. HGTV calls me like, hey, we're looking for like someone to work on set in Cleveland. Do you want to come up and help us shoot this series? I'm like, sure. So I moved to Cleveland for 2 months, and then me and my friend kept getting calls for just video work. And it got to a point, it's like, okay, well, I don't want to put this on my tax ID, you know, and get hit with taxes. He doesn't. I said, let's incorporate. So we started a business. And then we just like did all kinds of Pittsburgh stuff for a while. And then I kind of outgrew Pittsburgh, and I started working with like YouTubers and influencers and all kinds of stuff. So it kind of just grew from there. I mean, I've worked on countless TV shows shooting that, like, you know, Man versus Food, HBO, or some HBO stuff, Restaurant Possible, a lot of HGTV. I'm trying to think what else. A lot of sports stuff, like NFL headshots, all kinds of just random stuff. And I always liked being, especially for TV shows, like I like being able to create something and people watch it and not think about the people behind the scenes. Like I liked being like, I didn't need people to say, hey, great job, or pat on the back, great job. Like I liked having that self-gratification, know that I helped that happen, but people don't need to know that's me. So like, you know, people don't, when they're watching a TV show, they don't think of the 20 plus people that went in behind the scenes, that's sitting behind the camera, you know, putting in the work to make that happen. That's what I liked about it. I like being that mysterious. Like I don't need, like I said, I don't need the big gratification and, you know, all that stuff. I like being the mystery. So that's just where it came from.
So how does it feel now that you're not a mystery and you're on the camera every show?
I know. I'm still very like insecure about it. I just don't like being on camera, but they tell me I have to, so I have it on. Even now, if I had the option, I'd turn it off. And then if I had something to say, I'd maybe turn it on. But now it's more so me talking a lot more than usual.
Yeah.
So that's what it's turned into.
So much energy with you, and
I know
the chat loves it. We love it.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to like it more and more. It's still like a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I make it work. You know, I've always been a high energy person. You know, just I like to have a good time. That's what it's about for me. You know, so.
Well, it definitely radiates to everyone who's watching and in the chat.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, what have been some of your favorite projects besides Space Zebra that you have worked on?
There's been a bunch. I guess my favorite was last year. I was filming for the my YouTuber friends, Keen and JC, and we did a whole road trip, right? So we started in LA. We drove all the way down to the coast of California. Then we went across to like Arizona, and then up through Nevada, and then up to Oregon and Washington, and then back down the Highway 1 through like Big Sur and stuff. So it was like a 14-day trip, and we were just filming. It was so much fun. Like I got some incredible footage, and it was just one of those things that I'll just remember forever, you know, because like I've always wanted to do like a road trip like that, and to be able to just do it with some of my pals and go and film it and create something beautiful and fun, you know, is that was one of the most memorable ones. You know, I worked on I'm a big sports guy. I worked on Friday Night Tykes for like a year and a half, or no, it was like a year in Pittsburgh. And that was a USA TV show where we pretty much just followed like football teams, like kid football teams. And my team was Aliquippa, and Aliquippa is known for being like one of the roughest cities in Pittsburgh, like low income, it's poverty stricken, and you know, there's a lot of crime there. But working on that, it really like to see the people that actually live there and the people I interacted with on the daily. Like I met some amazing people, and you know, it really opened my eyes to what is perceived through other people in the city and whatnot, and not people that don't really understand, especially that town, because there's a lot of love in that town. And yeah, there's like if you want trouble, you'll find trouble. But there's also people that live for that town and support that town, and you know, that was a very impactful project that I worked on, and that was for like almost a year. So.
Okay.
Yep.
We also know you are a huge Nickelback fan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of bad because, you know, at first a lot of people would say I'm in the wrong for doing that and like really supporting Nickelback, but I think we're like I don't exactly. I think we're starting a trend, and I think we're also making Nickelback cool again, which not that they weren't, but they became like a meme almost, which I don't understand why. And here's the thing. They got 10 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So either everyone's lying or, you know, they got bots just listening to them. Everyone's a secret Nickelback fan, because if there's 10 million listeners monthly, everyone's at least listening to them now and then.
I mean, almost everybody knows a Nickelback song. I mean, how can you not?
Exactly. I mean, they've sold what, like 70 million records? I mean, you can't compete with that.
Yeah,
that is a lot.
I mean, talk about a song that you can just like belt your heart out to. It's Nickelback. It's simple as that. It really is, you know?
Yeah, they have some deep songs too, like the song Side of a Bullet that they wrote about Dimebag Darrell. Like that one always gives me chills.
Yes. And my other song that we don't really like talk about much is Animals.
Yeah.
That song, that to me, before I got into this, I'm like, oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. You know? But apparently it's not. But yeah, Animals Someday is easily my favorite song. I will sing Someday every day of my life if I could. Like sometimes we'll wake up and I'll be laying in bed, like trying to wake up, and we got Bluetooth speakers throughout the house. And I'll know Bobby's up when he turns on the Bluetooth speakers, puts it all the way loud, and just plays Someday. And I just start singing. I'm like, all right, guess we're getting up to Someday. This is great with me, you know? But yeah, big Nickelback guy.
What are some Nickelback songs that have helped you mentally through like maybe a dark time?
Oh, I just remember always listening to Rockstar. That one, yeah. It just made me feel really good. And then of course Someday. There's something that just hits my feels on those. You know, I just remember as a kid always listening to Rockstar, and just like that could put me in the best mood ever.
I love Rockstar.
It's like it seems like a cheesy song because everyone's made it a cheesy song, but it's you know, it's a good song. It's a great song. Something you can sing to. That's like karaoke night. Those are my songs. Also, karaoke night is "Let Me Love You" by Mario. Those are my songs. If you ever catch me at a karaoke night, I mean, you either singing Nickelback or Mario. That's it.
What are some other artists that you listen to that help you mentally?
Ooh, you know, I'd have to say I really, really enjoy like like Falling in Reverse. Like if I'm ever in a mood and I need to like pick myself up, I'll listen to Falling in Reverse. I don't know why. I think it's just because I know Ronnie and I know his energy. So like, and I've seen it live. I'm like, it just brings me back to the moments of seeing him live and like seeing him be able to like unite thousands of fans under music and like just create that space and that energy. Yeah, I'd have to say Falling in Reverse.
Okay. Yeah, Popular Monster is a really good song.
Oh yeah. Yes. That song is fire.
It's real too.
It is.
Those lyrics hit hard.
Yeah, I was actually there filming the behind the scenes for him for his music video.
I think I saw that on your Instagram page.
Yeah. So he had me come out and film the behind the scenes for it, which was the production of that was just insane. Like he was like, you know, the makeup, he was going back and forth between makeup and, you know, they had another stand-in actor for the you know, the monster, and it was just incredible. Talented guy. And he like him and the director, I think his name is Jolson. They came up with that, and just his creativity is just mind-blowing. You know.
Yeah.
What's been the most difficult part about running the DW Presents Twitch?
Where do you want me to get started? No, I'm just kidding. The hardest thing is literally just like, you know, keeping it fresh, keeping it new. You know, it was tough for a while when we had the other two shows as well.
Yeah.
Just because my only day off was Saturday. So like I'm not complaining at all. Like I loved it. I love what I do, you know, but I'm not as involved in those other shows. So like, you know, but like if Space Zebra's going 6 days a week, I think I'd be super stoked, because like it's just me and the pals just bullshitting, really, excuse my language, but you know, it's just it's a good time. But the hardest thing is like, obviously there's a lot of admin stuff that goes into that. Like, you know, with us merging with DWP from Space Zebra, you know, there's a team behind us now, and it's like running the reports, the analytics, you know, really tracking the numbers, see what's working, see what's not, coming up with programming, you know, pulling up the run of shows for the festivals, like putting that all together, the interviews, the scheduling. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like right now I've been working on the festival schedules for our streams, and just trying to see what would work best with what we're going to be airing and who we're interviewing and stuff like that. You know, to me, yeah, it's hard, but I love a challenge, you know, like in a way, this is kind of a new area for me, because there's a lot more admin stuff than it is like just creative stuff, which is fine. And I like to have like, you know, I like to have control on everything a little bit. Like, not control, I guess is bad. I like to be able to like just oversee the development of something, you know. So I think that's been the toughest part, is that slight transition of doing that more admin stuff than just, you know, making a flyer and let's go live when it was Space Zebra, you know. But that's what's making this thing big. That's what's making this thing grow. And the reason like I said, the reason we want to do it is because we want to make music a big part of Twitch. And, you know, Twitch identified us as like one of the leading rock channels, the leading rock channel. You know, that's how they see us. So, you know, for us to be able to keep this thing growing, it's just a lot of time and energy and stuff that I'm willing to put in just to make this thing and to make the music that we're showing just bigger and bigger. Because I do feel like some of the bands that we're playing are going to be on the stages at DWP festivals in the near future.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like this, because like the bands we're finding are like on the brink of like just that, taking that one more step and just being the next big band, the next headliner. Oh yeah. Because we talk about it all the time. Who's going to be the next headliners? Like right now, like there's slow progressions for bands, you know, but it's really identifying and you know, getting the proper marketing and, you know, getting the proper eyes on bands that deserve it, you know. So
yeah. And you also have the morning show as well.
Yep, the morning show. Bobby wants to wake me up at 6 a.m. to record a podcast.
I love that intro. The intro is awesome.
Yeah. And then last week he left me.
Right, yeah.
It's like, okay, Bobby. Wow.
Right.
He was busy. But yeah, the morning show came from literally just wanting to give the bands more exposure. And just because I think our community really enjoys the music.
Oh,
You know, I think we've done a podcast where it's all talking, right? And yeah, we could talk for hours, but we all can unite around music. So we wanted to give another way to put the music out there for people to listen to. If they can't make the Twitch stream, or if they can't, you know, always tune in, they can get a little dose of everything from the podcast. And it's easy to listen to. Like, you can be driving, listen to it, you know, stuff like that. Like, we were thinking for a while to like just record the audio from the Twitch shows, but it's like, okay, that's just weird because I'm screaming at the chat. And you know, if you're driving, it's like wall.
Yeah,
you know,
then you have those like sound effects.
Sound alert.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
sound alerts.
Like the FBI
The
open.
FBI
one, that
one, oh
was
my
hilarious.
god. You can never
Yeah.
hear what's going on when the FBI one's going on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I should not have those on, but I do because they're fun.
I love the ones of your voice. Those are
Oh yeah,
so awesome.
the screaming, and the amount of times there should be a drinking game every time Bobby says Jake.
Right.
That's what it should be. That should be the drinking game.
Sometimes he says it so many times.
Yeah, he's like Jake. And the thing is, that's how it is in real life. Like, we'll be sitting at home and he'll just start saying, like, I'll be sitting there on my phone and be like,
I
Jake,
wondered.
Jake. I'm like, what, Bobby? He's like, what are you doing? I'm just sitting here. What do you think I'm doing? But yeah. Everything, like, it's just funny because, like, it's literally our day-to-day life, like, in conversation and interactions with each other, just put on camera.
That's
all it is.
funny.
Just me getting messed with, you know.
Right.
That's pretty much it's nothing off you know, par. But yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I know everybody's wondered about Wes. Do you think he's coming back to the show at all?
I do. I'm not entirely sure. I know
Yeah.
Bobby talks to him on the daily. But he was on tour and he's just relaxing right now. I mean,
And that's fine. Like,
yeah.
that's perfectly fine.
And with our format now of you know, everyone coming into the studio, obviously going into it, we knew, you know, Balls was going to be virtual.
Yeah.
I mean, he lives in
Right.
middle of nowhere, PA. But I think Wes is just taking time to chill, which is cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do whatever. But yeah, I think because he loves this, you know.
Yeah.
So I know Bobby's talking to him on the daily, so there'll probably be a time when he's ready to hop back in. So.
But we all miss him.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody will be excited when he does come back.
Oh yeah, we'll do a big party.
Yeah. Speaking of parties, what's at the end of the month?
August 30th, the national holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So August 30th is Bobby's birthday is the 29th, and Bobby's been wanting to do a long stream and a fundraiser for a long time. So he decided, why not combine the two? So as you guys probably know, we partner with Living the Dream Foundation, a charity that means so much to all of us, you know, with Vic, who's amazing, Casey, who's amazing. We've been, you know, working with them to pretty much line it up for this charity. And, you know, the list that not only, you know, Casey and Vic have put together and that Bobby's put together for guests, it's just like, talk about a mega stream. You know, and then we're gonna have live music, you know, virtual live events, and it's just gonna be for a great cause. You know, and like I said, it's just gonna be a fun day of conversation, of guests, of music, you know, and also, you know, raising money for an amazing cause. And I know Living the Dream Foundation is gonna be at almost every festival of ours this year, so that's exciting, and it's kind of a good way to kickstart the festival run. And you know, depending on how much we can raise for Living the Dream, I mean, we could help them with so many dream days, you know, and that's our goal. Cause I remember, you know, and Bobby says it best, cause he has a daughter who's 5 years old. And it's like, if there's anything like wrong with her, you know, if she was sick, I would do everything in my power to make sure she has the, you know, the best experience ever. And some of these parents, you know, that's all they want. They want their kid to be happy. They want them to have fun and have those days where, you know, these kids, if they look up to, you know, say Vic from Pierce the Veil, like that's their idol, like to have that moment and have that day with Vic. I mean, that is just life changing. That is mindset changing for some of these kids.
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So to be able to support that, and the fact that it's still music related, and it's a great fit. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be great. I think we got an amazing list of guests, and I'm hoping we can get 6 figures in donations. That's our hope.
Well, we hope so too, because that really is an amazing cause. Because music truly heals. It really does.
It does.
Yes.
It can take away any kind of pain, whether it be mental or if you're in physical pain. It can help take your mind off of that.
Yeah, it's an escape. You know,
It
and
is.
Music
that's
helps
why,
me.
Yeah, and we're the Space Zebra tagline we're changing just to be music saves us.
Music saves us. I love it.
It saves us.
So true.
We're gonna have T-shirts with it everywhere, like just really setting them, because it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter what kind of music you listen to, whatever. We can all relate in the umbrella of music.
Yes.
Thinking we all have those songs that we go to if we're feeling like a certain way, or it's just that escape. I'm getting chills talking about it.
And there's just so many amazing artists and so many different songs that there's something for literally everybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone.
And even if they don't have lyrics, if it's just instrumental, it can be so calming. Like when Wes was playing his solo stuff on the show.
Wes is amazing.
It was very meditative.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Yeah.
We plan to bring that back. His gear is still sitting right here. I just organized it for him.
Oh yeah, I love when he does that so much.
Yeah, I don't touch it. I don't want to get in trouble. I just clean it up, dust it.
Yeah, I loved when he did that so much. Like, and I love
we're
looking music in general.
We're looking to do a lot more like in-person music stuff and performances and stuff like that. Whether it's in the studio or getting a space close by here, to really just like have those moments where like people are performing live, because that is so amazing. It's just to see live music, especially in today's day and age. It's like a rarity,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Who are some of the artists that you are most looking forward to seeing on all of the DWP festivals?
There's a couple. I'm excited to see Slipknot because I've never seen them and everyone always talks about them. I'm excited to see Metallica because same reasons. I'm excited to see Fever 333 because I hear Jason puts on an amazing performance. I'm excited to see Heidi with the Butcher Babies because I'm doing the Wall of Death, aka Wall of Hugs.
Are you excited for that?
I'm starting to get a little worried, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Falling in Reverse at Louder Than Life. Who else was? Crown the Empire. I've become really good friends with Hayden from doing the Writer Circle. I'm really excited to see them live, and there's so many bands I'm excited to see that I've never seen, but I'm starting to appreciate their music a lot more. The Misfits, I didn't know much about them.
Me either until recently.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see them. Who else is there? There's a bunch I'm excited for.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit on Thursday.
Surfing
in a 17th century British naval captain suit.
I so can't wait to see that. Oh my god.
I am going to be wearing that in crowd, so I'm very worried for that. This will be my
first festival, and it'll be my first time seeing Limp Bizkit live, and they're my all-time favorite band. So I'm super stoked.
Love that. Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. Guar, I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
Oh, they are so awesome live.
Really? Bobby was showing me videos. I'm like, they wear it's so explicit.
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
it's metal.
Fake blood and who knows what.
Yeah, but like, I got to give it to them because their costumes are so in depth and incredible. But I'll definitely go and watch them. Yeah, I'm excited to try and mosh for the first time.
Nice.
A little worried.
I've never moshed either.
I think for the first time, like at Ink, I'm gonna wear bubble wrap. Just in case.
No, people are pretty cool. Like in mosh pits. If you get knocked down, somebody always pulls you back up.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it is.
See, I don't know that. I've
always been afraid too.
Okay, before I got into all this, I always looked at mosh pits like, oh my god, everyone's angry.
Right?
Why is everyone angry? But now I realize that it really is a community, and it's just
Yeah.
high energy and fun for all the people
It's the
involved.
music that drives you to do that. And like nobody, like if you get hurt, it's usually not because of someone else. Well,
It's an accident.
yeah, because
Yeah.
people, they're all in the pit for the same reason, to have fun.
Yeah. I'm excited. Dude, when I saw Limp Bizkit's live performances on YouTube, and then I watched them on
man.
Lollapalooza, like to be like when like a song kicks in and the crowd's just going crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my
God.
gosh, I have chills. And then Wes is just there like shredding.
I get tears. I don't know why. I get tears in my eyes when I watch them live. So I'm like probably gonna be crying while watching them live.
Oh my.
But they're like seriously my favorite band, and Fred Durst, he's my idol. So
He's so funny.
he really is.
When he came here and as the the pool guy, and I had my pool floaties on.
Yeah, that's that episode. Oh my
God. Oh yeah.
I was laughing the entire time.
Yeah, we'll try and be doing some more stuff with that with Fred, especially especially at the festivals and stuff, because he's always a good time.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That I have to say, that show with Father Dick and the pool guy, that was really interesting. Stone.
I'll tell you what, like talk about like a perfectly like scripted sitcom episode.
Yes,
like that, like a Father Dick and a pole guy. Like there was like, it was just all just them being their characters.
I felt kind
and
of
I'm
bad
just sitting
for
there
the
in a
artist, but
I know. And I'm sitting there in an inflatable tube with goggles on and floaties. I'm like, what is happening? You know?
Oh, that was a fun episode.
Oh, it was something. It was something.
Hilarious.
It was
super hilarious.
It was.
Well, those are all of my questions that I have. I'm sure like once we hang up, I'll probably think of like 20 more. It's usually how it goes.
Would you do a follow-up interview with us at Aftershock after you've crowd surfed?
Yes, I will.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my first I think my first mosh pit's going to be Incarceration, and then Louder Than Life I'm doing the Wall of Death, and then I'm crowd surfing at Aftershock. So I'm getting my schedule down. So I think it's a little premature to do a Wall of Death at Louder Life, but I'm still going to go for it.
Wall of Death.
I hope you have fun.
I know, me too. We'll probably be streaming it. I mean, I'll probably just bring the camera with me in the crowd, and I'm gonna.
You might lose it in the crowd.
I know Heidi's gonna be on the stage, like, listen, it's Wall of Hugs. It's Wall of Hugs, not death. Everyone just hug. But imagine that, like from a marketing standpoint,
right?
It would go viral.
Especially
it's gonna be
not
crazy.
Having festivals or like any sense of live show for so long, it seems like an eternity. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants a hug. Like that. It's cool.
I agree. I think it's a great idea. I say we have to do it. So I got to talk to Heidi to figure it out, because I want it to be a Wall of Hugs. Because if I go in there and I get a Wall of Death and I like fracture my femur, I'm going to be very upset.
Right.
I love how when that conversation came up, it was like, "Hey, Jake, do the Wall of Death." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do the Wall of Death." And everyone's like, "Okay, Jake, check out what a Wall of Death is first." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good." And then I looked, I'm like, "Okay, maybe I should have checked first." You know? Yeah,
just stay away from a Lamb of God mosh pit or Wall of Death.
Really?
That was the first one. That was my first mosh pit experience, actually. Getting caught in a Lamb of God Wall of Death.
That's my question. Like, can you get accidentally caught in that, even if you don't want to participate?
Yeah, I did. This was way back when Randy would entice it, I guess, and say, "You know what to do, like go Braveheart on everybody." And so he told everyone who was in the front to turn around and like form a space, and for the people in the back, I'm going, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, as he's performing Black Label, he goes 1, 2, 3, and then everyone starts running towards me. I'm like, oh my God. And then somehow I ended up at the freaking front of the barricade, which I wasn't complaining.
I was saying, you're front row now. Hey, screw it, you know? Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm
It
a
was
little
fun.
nervous, but I feel like I gotta try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta try it. I gotta try it.
Yeah. People are
Cool.
pretty cool in mosh pits, though.
Okay, cool. Now
For
I'm
the
not
most
as
part.
scared.
I've never been in one.
Well, you're gonna be at Aftershock, yeah?
Yeah.
Well then, dude, hey, it's time. Time is now. I've never been to one either, and I'm just saying, screw it. I'm gonna
Right.
crowd surf,
May as well.
wall of death, and mosh pit. Knocking it off the bucket list. 2020 is the or 2021 is the year.
Yes.
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 Celebration of live music.
Yes.
That is it.
Oh yeah.
That is it.
Oh, did you have any questions for us?
I would like to know how you guys found our channel. Have you been following for a while? Like, what's the story behind that?
So like, I love Limp Bizkit. My husband got me into them a couple years ago.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it's only been a couple years, but I follow them. And Wes started posting about Space Zero, and I'm just like, I wonder what that is. So I saw that Fred was gonna be on it, and I'm just like, I'm gonna check this out. It was the first time Fred was on it, not
Okay, yeah,
that-
virtually when we were still in
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
And so that's when I checked it out, because I'm just like, he's gonna be on it. I wonder what this is like. And then he's on it as the pool guy, and I just laughed so hard. And then I just been watching it since, and I got her into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were trying to write articles about each episode for a while, but it got overwhelming with like work and everything else.
Well, we stream a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You should just do like summaries of like
yeah.
the week.
That's what I was thinking about doing, just trying to start it up again, but only doing like summaries. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, I think some people enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I do want to say I appreciate your guys' support. I appreciate you guys, doing everything you are doing, especially for for us, even asking me to come and talk with
Oh
you.
yeah,
Being a part of the chat and really highlighting our community, because I do think we do have something special here. We're creating something incredible.
yes,
And I think it's going to be infectious in just really bringing back the great music aspect of everything that's going on, and
yes.
discovering new bands and supporting artists where we can, and really giving music that the meat that it's been missing, the
Yes.
community it's been missing. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
so thank you.
yeah. Thank you
Well,
for
thank
being
you.
on here with us.
Absolutely. It's my
We're trying
pleasure.
to do interviews for everyone that's done by diehard fans that are dedicated to the vets, that aren't just like what you see on the mainstream media with the same questions over and over and over. Trying to be
Gotcha.
different.
Love, that's what it's about. And I think that's honestly, being different is the most important thing. And that's
Yes.
what I think made our show, it's making our show so great,
Yes.
and why people are enjoying it, because it's not your same old music interview Twitch show, right?
Right,
It's fun, it's
exactly.
entertaining. We like to have a good time. We're real people. We're not acting.
Yeah.
We're just, we're just
That's what
here
people forget,
enjoying music with
is
you.
we're all real people. Like,
Yep.
that's what people forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank you
you.
so much.
Absolutely. And I'll see you in the chat later today.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
All right.
definitely.
All right. I appreciate it. I'll talk with you soon.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Bye.
you
Bye.
so much. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.